Hello everyone, welcome back to White Knuckle. No, your eyes don't deceive you, this is a little different than normal. Today, we are doing Chimney, which is the holiday event, the Christmas holiday event specifically, I guess, but it doesn't really matter. Because, you know, July, the summer months are the best time to do Christmas-related stuff. Of course, obviously, like, why wouldn't it be? I'll talk a little bit more about that and just Chimney in general in a minute. But to start off, I want to thank you all for your support on the Strange Disc video, or as I put in the thumbnail, the Lost Discs, even though they are called the Strange Discs. I have a little bit of an update on that, actually, which is that there's actually a way in the game right now, or at least in the beta, to obtain those discs legitimately, which I did not know and was not aware of at all, obviously, because I would have mentioned it otherwise. But there is a legitimate way to do that, which is to essentially, I'm gonna put a pit in here. Normally I don't, but what the hell. But the way to legitimately do that is to get anomalous bonds. Apparently that's what that's part of, so to explain it really quick, basically what you have to do is, if you get anomalous bonds, which, to remind you all in the perk as well, in case you don't know when I say that, that's the perk that gives you a bit of a stat bonus initially, but it gives you more stat bonuses if you die and revive from a disc. Is there not a hold here? Oh, there is, okay. So, if you revive by a disc, you get some extra stats. However, if you, in the beta patch anyway, if you revive and you have a disc in your inventory, obviously you would have had to use a disc to die, then your remaining discs, they come back as strange discs, which is very interesting. So that is how you get them legitimately, again, in the beta patch, not in the current release patch as of right now. We're on like test 6 of whatever the current version is. I think it's like H or something like that. It's insane. There's like a patch every day. It's kind of ridiculous, but great at the same time. I love that there's just like active patches like that. It's very nice to see updates and little tweaks here and there. Of course, a lot of them at this point are bug fixes, but again, the disc was a balance change when I played it versus when I first looked at the discs. I showed that in the video, but the stats were different. And again, it was a good change because it was super overpowered initially. So, I'm glad they did that. I don't know if you could have obtained them legitimately then, or if it was only after the stat change. I assume, because I did hear people saying Anomalous Bonds was busted beforehand, so I guess that's what people were talking about. I just didn't realize. Secondarily, I want to thank you for the support on the OST video. I'm so sorry to those of you who were hoping it was a run with the radio in-game. We might do that at some point in the future. If we do, I don't know what that thumbnail is going to do. Hi, Bloodbug. I don't usually get too many Bloodbugs in Chimney, but, you know, it be what it be. I gotta make sure I gotta get a move on. The mass, or rather the flood in this, moves pretty fast. So, gotta make sure I'm keeping a move on here, but regardless, hello, could you pull me up, please? I'm gonna have a cookie. Sorry, I was just focusing there. I always get tripped up on this specific section. There's a few sections in Chimney that are gonna make me go all over the place. But, no, I appreciate the support on that OST video. It was kind of accidentally put together. I sort of just did it as a... I was working on sort of another project related to White Knuckle, of course, that required the shots that I got for that, and because of that is why that video exists, but... Oh, there's a hold here. Okay. I'd never actually gone up in that specific way that I just did. And I sort of accidentally put that video together initially, and then obviously I was doing it on purpose. I got a lot of rebar. I don't need all this rebar. I will take this, though. I do like that. But I put that video together initially accidentally because of the shots I was getting for other purposes, and then after I did that for a little bit, I was like, you know, I could actually just, like, finish this video and put it out. People might enjoy it, I don't know, though. But I didn't really know where I was going to post it, and I just kind of decided on putting it on the main channel. Or rather, the main White Knuckle channel. It's not really... This has never been my main channel, but at this point it might as well be. We're over 300 subscribers, so thank you guys for that. That's insane as well. Thank you so much. Never would have expected that in a million years. And I still don't. I don't know. Why are you all here? It's weird. Except it's not, and I'm very thankful for it. Oh god. This is one of my worst sections in Chimney. Absolutely, without a doubt. Do we have another cookie? We don't. I do have a hot chocolate. I'll drink that. Keep us warm for a little bit so I can at least not have to wait for my stamina to come back a bunch. I say, and then I'm going to have to wait for my stamina to come back a bunch. It's okay, though. Alright, we're good. But... yeah, I put together that OST video kind of last minute, put it on the channel here, and again, I'm sorry for those of you who thought I was going to do a radio run, but I really like the White Knuckle soundtrack. I'm a huge fan. Really like the music, and I knew there was a couple demo tracks that were in the Discord that were shared by Jack, the soundtrack man. And so I figured we could put those in there, put a few other things, and yeah, I know some of you that have watched that video have asked to have like a wallpaper engine version, which, you know, that makes sense. I didn't even really think about that, but yeah, no, I get that. So I'll probably do that at some point. I haven't used wallpaper engine myself in a very long time, mostly because I just prefer having the performance of not running video wallpapers, but I know that I'm doing a lot of production work most of the time, so I like having my performance not hampered by that sort of thing because I'm rendering videos or playing games or whatever have you. But I know not everybody has that sort of opinion or care, so there's all that. Fetal heating, metabolic stasis, or deep pockets. We could re-roll. I have some complaints about Chimney. One being that roaches rarely show up in here, and honestly, there might be some here. Let's see if we get some. That's a rebar. What do we got? Milk. I do like that. Any food would be appreciated right now. Don't need a lot right now, though, for one specific reason. We got that. We got more milk. Okay, we got a lot of stuff on us. Do not need all of these pittance, for one thing. And all of this rebar, yeah, no, I'm... oh my god, how much rebar do we have? Look at this. I think this is fine. 3 rebar and a rope rebar. I always like having 1 rope rebar. And an auto pitton's fine. Alright, we're good. But yeah, there's not a lot of roaches that ever spawn here, and you go through them really fast. I'm gonna go for fetal heating. Because being able to crouch and warm ourselves up from freezing is actually pretty good. Not bad. Let's take our cryo gun. If you've never seen Chimney before, again, this is the winter update, or winter event, I guess. And basically, it's an endless mode, so that's why I'm saying, how far can I go? This will just go as long as I end up going without dying. So that's sort of the thing we're doing here. We have some food in here. This is a secret room that will spawn these things if you do the secret. This is for the marionette hands. Spoilers! I apologize, but I do want to grab my extra food there for the purposes of having the extra food. What's in here, just out of curiosity? Wow, a brick. So useful. It's really not. But you use the cryo gun to make little handholds, or you can launch yourself as well with this. I have to be a little careful with this today. There is a bug currently in the game, which hopefully gets fixed sooner than later. I need to shoot another thing of cryo gun. I really don't need to refresh it there. That's a refresh station, so there's only so many shots before you can refresh. So the bug that happens is that if you run out of shots, you can recharge the gun and get another shot, but it does take a little while, and it's only 1 shot. So, you know, it only does so much. And these handholds also break after a little while, or you slip off of them, rather. But, right now the current bug is that if you do a charge of anything, you will just basically lose... Oh! Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Yeah, there's wind in this as well. We kind of have to be careful of that, and I wasn't just now. So that's my bad. But you do also freeze, so we gotta be careful of that too. I don't think I've ever gone this long with these specific holds, but... Whoa. I might need some food. Where do we need to go here? Oh, we need to go over here. Over here. Okay. Sorry, I don't think I've ever seen that specific section of Chimney before, or I have, and I'm kind of out of practice, maybe. Which is entirely possible. But anyways. I got a little tripped up there. I'm so sorry. Either way, we're doing holds. You can launch yourself. The bug is if you do the charge shot, you will not be able to put the cryogun down. So it just immediately, it's just in your inventory forever. Or rather, in your hand forever. You just can't drop it. You can't get it out of your pocket. You can't do anything. It is infinite. Infinite cryogun in you. Well, not infinite, because you can't shoot infinitely, but it's infinite holding of the cryogun. You can't put it away. So, we don't want to do that. Obviously. I think that goes without saying. But, yeah. I'm not super used to the launch mechanic of this. I don't do it too much. So, I'm probably not going to be doing a lot of it until, you know, later on. But if I require it, because it is pretty powerful. It's more powerful than a flare gun jump. It activates differently than a flare gun jump, so normally with that you have to, you do a jump, or you don't do any jump, you just aim it at the ground. That was bad on my part, but you know what, we don't even need it. I can just grab the top of this pipe. Look at that. I'm doing excessive shots out of concern, I think. I'm thinking too cautiously. Like that. Like, I don't need this hold, I'm pretty sure, but I might. I actually think I did need that hold. I'm glad I did it now. The hands we're using are modded hands as well. These are the snowflake hands by me. I made these forever ago, and by forever ago, I mean forever ago. I made them like, a couple months ago, before I lost my hard drive, which had the files on it, but I was able to back it up last minute. I almost didn't have them. I almost lost it and just made it. And I was like, I didn't put them anywhere else to save them. I did not need that much of those, especially, I'm gonna drop back down, which is a really bad idea, but I think we're fine for now. Luckily, the flood is not too bad, so I can do that, but later on, I'm not gonna want to do that at all. This is gonna get kind of weird. But anyway, what is your guys' opinion on different holidays? Specifically the end of the year holidays, I suppose. I know everybody has, like, slightly different opinions on those kinds of things, of what's your favorite one, or just opinion on holidays in general. My family, I would say, is a Halloween family, mostly. But my mom is a Christmas person. Me and my dad, very much Halloween people. So that's a win for Halloween overall. So Halloween family. That's what it is. We're the Halloween family. We very much are, actually. My family loves doing... Even my mom, that's a Christmas person, still enjoys enough of Halloween, I would say. We're that kind of family that's like, we gotta do, you know, we got a bunch of different decorations out. For many years, it's been a tradition that, at least I've done it, where I go out and just kind of like walk around our yard and sort of, I don't even know what you want to call it. What do you even want to call that? It's like a... You know when you go to a place that... And maybe it's not a place that normally does Halloween stuff. Or rather, it does Halloween stuff, but it, you know, exists for a purpose that isn't specifically Halloween. and they'll have an elaborate Halloween thing, and they'll get actors, scare actors or whatever. I'm basically doing that, but just for my own family's yard setup. I'm just walking around, like, kind of scaring people. I don't do the scare people of going up to them and then doing like a jump scare or something like that, trying to scare the crap out of them because they didn't know I was next to them or whatever. I don't like to do that. I'm not that kind of guy. I know some people are, but for me, it's not my thing. I don't like scaring people that way. I'm not a jump scare guy. It ain't my cup of tea, personally. I don't like scaring people in that way. I don't like being scared in that way either. Jump scares, just, no. I'm alright, man. I was getting a little weird there. I don't know what I was doing exactly. There we go. But I don't like being jump scared, man. I enjoy Halloween, but if I say I like horror movies, I can't, actually. Because the second I say something like that, people are like... The second I say I like Halloween, people immediately assume it's like, oh, you like Halloween, so you like scary things. It's like, well... yes and no. I like creepy things. Does that make sense to you? Does that make sense to you? I hope it does. I like creepy things. Like, I really enjoyed the Backrooms movie, but I don't think I'd enjoy, like... I don't even know. What's, like, the latest Blumhouse movie? Any of those movies. Any movies that depend on jump scares to be quote-unquote scary. Nah. I don't... sorry, I'm not a fan. I like... because you can have something... what am I doing? You can have something be scary by just having something be a creepy element, right? Like, you easily could do that. And I enjoy that. That's what I personally enjoy with scary things. I really like... I mean, obviously, it should be almost implied because... again, I like the Backrooms. I enjoy that. I enjoy the Backrooms series before it was a movie, right? So, I like that sort of slow burn sort of idea of... I don't even know the best way to explain it. It's just... I like having something be... I'm trying to think of the best way to phrase this, so sorry. I'm focusing at the same time. But no. Here's a better way to put it, I think, at least. Is there a chain here? There is, okay. I was gonna say, I'm like, wait a minute, this side sucks. This side also sucks. Is there a side that doesn't suck? Okay, this side doesn't suck. Alright, good. I was like, there's gotta be a side that doesn't suck here. There we go. That's what I was looking for. I knew there was a way around this section where you didn't have to do a bunch of stupid stuff. I think I got up there? Okay, so this is the one problem. I can't charge, as you know, so I have to use that. I would have just normally done a charge, because that just makes sense, but I have to not do that deliberately. Oopsie. I thought I still broke it. Yeah, so you can charge for an extra shot there. I ran out of shots, but I can't because of the bug. But, no, I like analog horror stuff. Oh, God. I didn't mean to do that. I think I might have broke that. I think we're fine. Didn't really need that one there, but... yeah, we're good. We're fine. Yep. Alright, we're up at our... not really a break area, so we gotta be a little quick with this. This... what do we got in here? Milk. I don't need that. What was it? Oh, that was a bit... ooh, this is very good, actually. Hold on. Oh. Okay, I think we ran out. Just gonna eat my cookies and a thing. Okay, and we're good. I don't think I've ever had a breeder like that in this. Oh no. I hate this specific jump. Okay, we're good. We're fine. Very good. Again, these handholds go away really quickly. They're basically the same as our ice-placed ones. I don't think I've ever had a breeder in here. I knew they could spawn. I don't think I've ever had them show up for me. So that's very good. It's so rare to get roaches. I complained about the roaches being rare, and the game was like, you know what? Here, have some roaches. Now you can't complain. Which, you know what? You're right. I can't. I'm sorry. What's going on here? Oh, it's this. Okay, sorry. I don't normally go this way. I go this way. I was turned around. I forgot exactly what I was talking about. I apologize. I was talking about just like, yeah, I don't like jump scares in movies. I don't like going to horror movies because most of them are that. Where they're like, oh yeah, it's like, it's a horror movie. It's like, yeah, I know, but it's a horror movie, but the main premise, or the main selling point of the movie is the fact that the movie is, it's scary, but it's actually just a lot of jump scares, you know? Like, I don't care. Because most movies that are horror movies that are in that mentality, what is happening right now? I'm, like, stuck? Can I not get out of here, or what is happening? I've never had this happen. What is happening? Oh, okay, crouch on this, crouch on this. What is happening? I've never had this happen. I don't know what to do. I can't get through anything. What is this? I need a, like, cryo gun. Okay, hold on. I've never had this happen to me before. Okay, that wasted a lot of time. I've never had that happen to me before. That wasted so much time. Anyways, but yeah. Gotta get a move on here now. Put this back in here, please. Oh, it's over here. Right. So some of these sections are a little different, and I'm kind of lost where I am exactly, so... Okay, go. How long I can last is not going to last very long if I, you know, waste my time doing things like this. Where do I go from here? I can't remember. Oh my god, I get so turned around. I think I can go up here? Ah, yes, it's here. Okay. We're good. Did not think I was going to get this distracted, but I'm just... It's been so long. Right here. And then up here, if I can grab it. Yes, okay. Don't do that to me. Okay. This is like the scariest part. I gotta make sure I don't go too long on any of these. Okay. And now I have to make sure I get there, and like, I don't know, there maybe, and maybe there. I think that's all I need. Okay. It's been a while since I've played. The wind is the thing that really throws me off in all of this, because you're just always kind of moving. Okay, I need another one, because I thought I could grab that easily, but I can't. Did not think I could grab that. Whoa. And I'm doing a lot more rough than I thought I was going to. I think there's a charge up here. There is. I'm panicking for no real reason. Where are we up here? Can't remember. Doesn't matter. I'm going up this way. Okay. That works, I suppose. Okay, and I remember this. Anyway, doesn't matter. That's not that important. I've been seeing some stuff online recently of people doing, like, these, quizzes. You know, like, take this quiz and find out if you are yourself also the Batman. Which I've always thought was kind of like, oh, whatever, I don't care. It's kind of dumb. But I've seen a lot of people do them, and they were, like, more personality-driven. Hey, look, and there's our loop to Chimney. We did it. Guys, we beat Chimney. It gets a little stressful at the end. I don't know why. There's, like, such a jump up in, the difficulty. It would be great if we got Profit Motive, actually. That would be a great one for us for right now. Okay, we have Portable Bank. I don't really want that. That doesn't really matter. I know that Portable Bank has been buffed, actually, which is an interesting thing to bring up. So since we're here, you also get some, like, restoration of stamina and a temporary minor movement buff whenever you put a roach in for Portable Bank now, which is very cool. I don't know why the line... Is that supposed to be an underline? I think so. Looks more like a strikeout, but... Insulated Organs is also good, but we have the Crouch ability, which I kind of forgot to use. Let's re-roll.
Alert.
System reorg?
Control system failure.
Pretty good. It's not as good as Profit Motive, but you know what? Honestly, I'm just going to put the roaches away. We're going to be able to buy more in the future, which is so rare in this. There's no recycler, which I kind of wish there was, and also the fact that roaches are so rare is kind of unfortunate. That breeder is way more rare than you might realize if you've never played Chimney. Not a common thing whatsoever. There's a grub. I'm good. Don't need to grub anything in here. Wow, this is a terrible vendor. Anyway, we're good. Alright, let's continue. More loops. But no, oh wow, I can really feel that system reorg. System reorg's always the one that you can really feel. If it's not like Pulse Organ or Carnal Bloodlust, you can really feel system reorganization when you get it. Which is good. I like it. But no, I happened to see both a streamer friend of mine and multiple other people online do like these tests or whatever, or quizzes, whatever you want to call them. And I was like, well, these are a little more interesting because they're personality things, right? And yeah, obviously it's not like a medical thing, but this website was, I don't remember what it was called. IDR Labs, maybe? Is that what it was called? I don't remember. I'm probably getting it wrong. I'll correct myself in editing, you know, if I'm wrong. But I happened to see some people do it, and I was like, you know what? I don't normally do these, but I'll do them. And the one that I saw was like, are you a likable person? I was like, you know what? I probably shouldn't know the answer to that, but, you know, you guys enjoy these videos, right? And you guys have been telling me, like, oh, these videos are great. It's a fun time. So I was like, you know what? I'm just curious. I'm curious what this website will say, because I've seen some friends of mine, like online friends of mine do it, and I was like, yeah, sure, let's try it. What's the worst that could happen? So I'm going through and doing it. It's not too long. Go, no, roach, no, Alright, whatever. We lost him. I didn't even see him show up. He was just there. Don't worry about me. But I did this test, and I'm going through it because other friends of mine are getting pretty good scores. They're like, you're a pretty likable person. There was one friend of mine that it was like, you're a pretty likable person. And I was like, I agree, they are a likable person. And there was another person that was a friend of theirs that did it, that, it was like, yeah, you're a really likable person, actually. It was like, okay, so there, you know, there are some scores, and it had other categories. It's like, oh, like, you're this kind, you're this happy overall, you know, all this stuff. Which made me just more and more naturally curious of, like, what is this thing going to say about me if I do it? Where do I go from here? Oh, you know what? I know where. I see the holds. By the way, we really don't get any recharge stations for our thing, so gotta be careful with that. You know what? I'm gonna do this. This is way more important for us. Milk. Yes, please. Oh god, there's that. Okay, we gotta go. We've got to go! Please stop getting stuck on things. Don't grab the blood bug. Oh no. Oh no, put the hammer away. Oh my god. I just, everything, I just grabbed all the wrong things every time. Wow. That was me shutting up so that I could actually not die. And that was I think that's the first time I've ever panicked so hard and not died on a run in this, so there you go. And I don't mean Chimney, I mean just like on the channel here. Usually if I get to that panicky stage, it's like, oh, we're game over. We're fine. Don't worry about it. More Chimney! I'll finish that story, because who knows, death seems inevitable, but I took the test, and it was like, you're somewhat likable. Like, other people was like, you're likable. You're really likable, and mine's like, you're somewhat likable. And, like, I look at the thing, and, like, happiness is, like, so low. I'll show it, too, because I have a picture of the thing. It was so low. It was like, oh. Okay. Alright, yeah. I mean, I feel alright, I guess. I think I'm good. Am I good? Like, I'm good, right? And so I don't know how to feel about it. I felt kind of weird. So there was that, and then I was like, okay, let me see some of the other tests, and most of them are like trying to see, like, you know, here's a test, hopefully you score positively on this rather than negatively. And I don't know what the other tests were. I'll show the pictures of them because I have the other pictures as well. And they were all not good. They were all like, you're like 40% more, like you overthink 40% more than every other person. Yeah, cool. That's wonderful. I mean, I don't mean to. The ironic thing is that ever since I've taken that, I'm like thinking about it like, really? Is that what that means? And the more I think about it, the more I'm like, oh, they're right, because I'm still thinking about the thing. So yeah, they are right, aren't they? So, I don't know how to feel about it overall, but yeah, I guess I do. So yeah, it's like, this is the reason I don't take those tests. I think the only, like, positive one was like, oh, I'm, like, more apathetic than a normal person, but, like, it wasn't a lot. So, I don't know, does that matter? I don't know, I try to be a nice person to people, I don't know. I don't know what it's, like, basing the likability on. Is it, like, likability as, like, a friend, or is it likability as, like, as somebody that, I don't even know. Because I know a lot of people in my life that I go, oh, well, I like this person as a friend, but if I ever have to work with them, it's kind of miserable, you know? And it's not that I don't like them as a person, it's just like, somebody that I work with might have better values as a worker rather than, like, an overall friend. Not that I'm not friendly with that person, though. Because I don't want to say that either, like, I am, but sometimes you have a better working relationship with people than, like, a personal friendship one, right? Okay, well, automatically, both of these get out of here because I have more rope rebar. I should probably store all the food, like, closer to this side, right? And then put the rope rebar here, because I'm gonna accidentally throw it when I put it away, and it's just gonna be miserable and bad and not great, and nobody's gonna like it. What do we got? Unstoppable Conviction. Don't really want that. Climbing speed could be good. Walking and running speed and climbing speed by 10, or climbing speed by 40. Well, climbing speed, I'm not doing too much of that. I'm doing a lot of jumping and placing of stuff, so overall speed would be better, probably. We could risk a reroll, but I don't think I'd be able to afford it, and I didn't get any more roaches, did I? I didn't. I'm gonna go for velocity augments. It's probably a bad decision, but we get to still keep some roaches, so I would like that more. There's more food up here again, so I guess we're going up here again. Anyway. No, I think that page also has tests and quizzes that are like, you know, oh, which Harry Potter character are you? It's, okay, now you're losing me. It's like, I don't care. I don't care. But obviously I'm a Hermione. Of course. You know, I'm not a huge fantasy person. Just in general media, most of the time anything like fantasy comes up, I don't care. Like, you know, I know a lot of people love something like Game of Thrones, but I just, I can't. I'm sorry. It's not for me. Someday I'll try giving Lord of the Rings a chance, but I just know, like, anytime I've ever seen it, I go, I just don't know. And I don't know why it's that I don't like it. It's not that I don't respect it, but it's just, most of the time I don't care, you know? It doesn't connect with me very much. I like sci-fi stuff more. You know, I say I like sci-fi stuff more. I don't even know if that's true. Because honestly, I really like Control, I really like Half-Life, I really like White Knuckle, of course, and all of those, I don't even think I would say, like, those aren't sci-fi, necessarily. But I don't know how you would describe that. Industrial weirdness. Like, I really don't know how you describe those, but they are weird. Okay. Oh, this is this one. Okay. I don't know how close that is. It's pretty close. But, you know, I like, that's the kind of thing that I like. I'm just not, like, super into fantasy, so. But the one exception to that is I really like Harry Potter. I don't know why. And I know there's, like, a lot of drama between, like, the creation of Harry Potter and, like, you know, all that. We're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna get into that at all, but I do like it. I enjoy it. As a universe, I do like it. Does it have its problems? Of course. Without a doubt. Of course it does. But overall, it's fun. And can I really fault it for that? No. Of course not. I'm gonna have to go and hope that that was good. It's fine. I feel like I overcompensate a little bit for this. Gonna be honest with you. Like, that's definitely that's entire overcompensation. I really did not need to do it like that. Rope rebar, this one. You like that? That was smooth. That was really smooth on my part. Oh, that is what you like to see. I was really focusing on that one because I was taking the shallow route. But it kind of worked out, honestly. That was really nice, actually. I respect myself on the smooth. I don't need all these pittance. If you give me a roach, thank you. And a milk? Yeah, sure, why not? I'm a little over-encumbered. It's fine. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take that. It takes a little longer to consume, but overall, it's better. But yes. Hold on, I'm just looking real quick. You know, I wish that I could recall stories better. I think that's my main thing I always wish I could do. And I know I'm saying some stories, but I mean, like, overall life stories, because I think sometimes those are, like, some of the more interesting things to share. The things you can share, anyway, of course. You can't always just do that, but if you're able to share some interesting things, it's always fun. In my opinion. But I always need, like, something to kind of, like, spark it. Okay, I don't know why this was the thing. I said I need something to spark stuff, and the immediate thing that came into mind was something that had no reason to be sparked, but it did. So I'll tell it anyway. I had a teacher of mine in elementary school that he did the French classes. Now, he wasn't normally a French teacher. The only reason they made him the French teacher was because, I don't know, I guess it was the only thing they could have him do at that time, which is really weird, but I guess that's what it was. I don't know all the specifics, but I know it was something akin to that. Anyway, doesn't matter. Not important. Okay, I guess we're not going that way. Oh, I have to do this now. Come on. All right, here we go. Okay. Well, it worked out for me because it was fast. And we're up. Worked out. So you gotta be like fast thinking here. You can't just, you gotta go. But no, I had this teacher, he's a French teacher, he became the French teacher anyway. I don't know exactly what grade it was in. I think it was like my 7th grade. It's funny, I had multiple years of French classes, and I gotta be careful being like, oh, by the way, I had these French classes, because hell if I remember any French. Or rather, hell if I remember any French in a way that is useful to me. If you ask me to speak French, it's not gonna happen. Again, I'm Canadian, so French is a thing, but you like that one? Cookie. But the reason I bring that up is because it was the one time in my life where I realized that I'm not like a hugely picky eater. As a kid, I was, but at this point in my life, you know, 7th grade-esque time, I realized I'm actually not, and most people are more picky eaters than me. When I was younger, people were like, I guess it was more so like my grandmother, but they're like, you're kind of a picky eater, and I was like, am I? And they're like, yeah, because I was like, I don't like tomatoes, I don't like pickles, which is still true, but like I can eat it. As a kid, I would like refuse to eat it, so I guess that's why I was a picky eater, in a sense. I just have to break these first. Okay, nothing useful, and carrying on. But, yeah, no, as a kid, I would, like, refuse to eat those, so I guess that's why I was labeled as a picky eater, but... why am I losing my sense of direction? We're fine. Oh, it's this one immediately? Great. Hi! Didn't know that ended. I don't know how fast this is now. Probably bad, but don't worry about it. I probably could have made that without that, in reality. But no, I was labeled as a picky eater as a kid, and I'm losing my point because I'm trying to also make sure I don't die, because we are at, it could happen at any moment time. My eyes are hurting because they're wide open constantly. I haven't blinked since the start of this video. It's true. Please believe me, I swear I'm not lying, and that's very much the truth. And by very much the truth, I mean, I'm blinking a crap ton right now because I haven't blinked in a while. I forget to blink when I play White Knuckle, it's true. That actually is true. It's a problem. My eyes hurt afterwards. Because I'm like so focused, I'm locked in. Oh, it's here. Right. I always forget that. Boy, I thought that was closer. I don't know why I thought that, but it is not. Sorry, I'm focusing. Really trying to make sure that we're good. I always forget. Where do I go from here? This way? Sure. Holy crap, I was right. That one always turns me around. I don't know why. It just does. Whoa. Whoa. The angle on that makes that really uncomfortable. Okay, this. I think... Oh, are we looping around again? No way. I think this is the end, right? Holy crap, we're around again, baby. I didn't think it would happen. I thought we were gonna die on the second run through. Well, whatever. Oh! You know you're doing good in Chimney when the game actually has to load. Anyways, ammo? I don't think that matters. This might be a time for reroll, because I don't really care about any of this, and ad pumps is not useful. Because if you fall once, you're like dead, especially on the third way around. Reroll! Back strengtheners? Yeah, well, that's the best thing we have, so I might as well. Any extra stuff we can get. Not bad. Not bad. But to finish that thought on the French teacher, he basically, so there was one day he was like, you know what, I'm gonna make French food for you all. Oh yeah, we have this one, flat roach, I forgot. I'm gonna make a bunch of French food for you all, and, you know, you could, like, see if you like it or whatever. And honestly, I would not say, like, any of the food. I think there was, like, one item that I don't remember what it was, because it's French food, and I've only had it that one time in my life. I don't know what it was. It was like a meat paste. So if any of you guys know what I mean by meat paste, you know, let me know. Because I genuinely don't remember what it was at all. I just remember it was a meat paste. I liked it a lot. He let me take it home. Because I was like, I really like it. I was the only, like, person that seemingly, or student that was there, that seemingly cared at all about anything that he made. Which, you know, I feel bad for the like, other kids ate stuff, but they ate all the normal stuff. I think he made, like, chicken or something. Like, just grilled chicken with, like, some sauce and stuff. It wasn't really anything. Or maybe it was, like, chicken nuggets. He made something normal. As, like, here's a little bit of food, you know, and, like, so that somebody could eat something, because obviously you gotta appeal to allergies and stuff that some kids can have and all that, so of course there was that. That being said, there was still a lot of kids that could eat it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Where do I go? I don't know. I actually don't know. Oh, there. No! Oh, I freaked out. I couldn't see. I forgot to turn my high contrast holds on, so that was my bad. And I only realized that later, but I didn't want to slow the pace. Alright, well, we chimneyed. We at least got around twice, which I'm pretty happy with. But yeah, to finish that thought, that French teacher, he made a bunch of stuff. It was the first time I ever had duck and frog's legs. I've had duck multiple times in my life. Frog's leg is only like once or twice after that. They're pretty good. They taste like wet chicken. It's like good dark meat. And then duck. Duck is kind of its own unique thing. I don't even know how to really explain it. I went to a sugar shack one time and had some freshly caught duck that was then cooked in maple glaze from maple syrup that was freshly harvested from the trees around the area. And that was divine. Very Canadian too, but I am Canadian, so it's fitting for me. Anyway, that's going to be everything for today. I don't know how long exactly this video was, and it was a little hectic, especially towards the last section of Chimney. It gets very tense. This is probably one of the harder things in the game, just in terms of game modes. It's very stressful. It gets hard fast. And there is like a whole secret with the marionette hands and everything, where you do have to loop around at least one time. And like 1.5 times basically to do the whole thing. So hopefully I at least showed you where that room is, and you know, maybe you could figure out the other half for yourself if you haven't already or looked it up or anything. But anyway, I'm not going to dilly-dally too much. I appreciate you guys and the support on the other videos. I hope you enjoyed this one. That's going to be everything from me for today. And I'll see you next time with whatever we end up doing. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.